Good afternoon, and welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program.
This program is sponsored in its entirety by the Southwest TV Translator Association and is supported by the Dolores County Broadcasting Network. Special thanks goes to the manager of Southwest TV Translator Association, Wayne Johnson, for his guidance and assistance.
The News at Noon program is in the pilot experimental stage. We hope to bring a variety of news and commentary for the Four Corners region.
With all that said, I'm Kendra Cook and my co-hosts are Kelsey Kiesling and Jerry Tope. And now here's the news. As reported on Grand Junction TV 8, a group of companies from all over Colorado are banding together to help reduce methane emissions waste across the state. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, methane is the second most predominant greenhouse gas emitted from human activities in the U.S. Greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere that can cause concerns for the environment. The Center for Methane Emissions Solutions is a group of companies working to reduce methane in Colorado by using what's called a leak detection system. Companies in this organization say detecting leaks provides a lot of benefits to the community. It benefits us by improving the air quality, by providing resources back to the community, and providing jobs to the community, said Jim Armstrong, president of the Apogee Scientific. The methane mitigation industry hires lots of people to do leak detection and repair, said Patrick Von Bargen, executive director for the Center for Methane Emissions Solutions. According to the EPA, methane emissions can be caused by wetlands, natural gas systems, and raising of livestock. Colorado ranks third in the nation for the emerging methane mitigation industry. It looks like capturing the leaks will provide a great opportunity to both the energy companies and the environment long term.
The Journal states that the Adams State University has announced a guaranteed tuition program for undergraduate students enrolled in on-campus classes, according to President Beverly J. McClure. The Adams State Board unanimously approved the program at a special meeting on November 20th. Beginning with the fall 2016 semester, undergraduate students enrolled in on-campus classes will be guaranteed no tuition increases through their fourth consecutive academic year of enrollment. Adams State is the first and only institution in Colorado to offer guaranteed tuition to on-campus undergraduate students. Adams State full-time tuition window, which charges a flat rate for 12 to 20 credits a semester, also gives incentive to complete at least 15 credits a semester, which is necessary to graduate within 4 years. Guaranteed tuition is available to all undergraduate students enrolled on campus, both in-state and out-of-state, including full and part-time, new and transfer students.
According to the AP, the snow that falls on the Colorado mountains melts into trillions of gallons of water every year, and most of it flows downstream to Mexico, California, and 17 other states. Colorado released its first ever plan a couple of weeks ago to cope with increasing competition for that water as the West grows drier. The plan sets conservation goals, outlines ways to share water during droughts, and suggests ways to preserve the environment, recreation, and agriculture while accommodating rapid population growth. It also has contentious elements, including a suggestion to increase water storage, which usually means building dams and reservoirs. The plan, however, doesn't have teeth. It will be up to the state and local governments, water utilities, irrigation districts, and others to provide the money and muscle to make it work. But it won praise as a good step towards preparing for inevitable shortages in the future. Almost 4.6 trillion gallons of water rushes out of Colorado's mountains each year as the winter snow melts. 2/3 of it belongs to downstream users under a collection of international treaties, interstate agreements, and court rulings. Colorado gets the rest. Strategic planning for Colorado is strategic planning for the West, said James Eklund, director of the Colorado Water Conservation Board, the group which wrote the water plan. 4 significant rivers originate in the state: the Colorado, the Rio Grande, the Platte, and the Arkansas. The Colorado River alone supplies water to about 40 million people and 6,300 square miles of farmland in 7 states. With its growing population, Colorado faces a shortfall of about 182 billion gallons a year by 2050, according to state projections. It also needs water for agriculture, the environment, and things like skiing, fishing, and rafting that make the state so attractive to visitors and new businesses. You can find out more of the plan details online at coloradowaterplan.com.
From the Herald staff, the Battle of Iwo Jima was one of the most brutal of World War II. About 28,000 of the 90,000 combatants died either defending or trying to take the 8-square-mile island. Most remember only the iconic photograph of a group of Marines raising the American flag. Durango Carol Fleischer, who produced and directed last year's Navy, Sea, Air, and Land teams, Their Untold Story, has a new documentary that aired on PBS just in time for Veterans Day, Iwo Jima From Combat to Comrades. 2 film crews, 1 American and 1 Japanese, followed veterans returning to the battlefield where they once fought each other for a time of remembrance and reconciliation.
Colorado farmers are dealing with managing irrigation water more effectively due to population growth and, of course, recent drought years, according to agweb.com. With water becoming more precious, we need to exploit the potential of every tool available, says Kendall DeJong, an agricultural research service engineer in Fort Collins, Colorado. Using an infrared radiometric thermometer, or an IRT, to determine a crop's water needs just makes sense. IRTs are placed on field posts or center pivot irrigation systems. Temperature readings are gathered hourly or daily on crops. Scientists then interpret the data by using one of several indices, including the Crop Water Stress Index, which is considered the gold standard for quantifying water stress. Many farmers will guesstimate when to irrigate, which could mean water is wasted by over-irrigating. As a result, yields will suffer because crops aren't getting enough to drink. By utilizing affordable sensors that can determine the crop canopy temperature and whether a crop is water stressed, should prove to help the farmer meet the needs of the crop more effectively. Mr. DeJong's plans to develop crop water coefficients that establish water crop needs of specific crops under different scenarios. With that data, IRTs could soon be widely used by farmers. He also foresees farmers using handheld IRTs in the not-so-distant future and eventually using the thermometers with drones to calculate water needs over extensive areas.
According to the Journal, live theater is coming to downtown Cortez on December 10th, with the kickoff of the 2-act play Miracle on South Division Street, directed and acted by a local cast at the Sunflower Theater. The comedic play centers around Nowak family of Buffalo, New York, Polish-American Roman Catholics whose identities have been rooted in a generational tale that the Blessed Mother appeared to their grandfather in his barbershop window. The Nowak's world gets turned upside down when a deathbed confession reveals they might not be who they think they are. It's about a mother and her 3 grown children dealing with questions of their culture, traditions, and faith, and how each member comes to terms with those questions of cultural identity and faith with humor, said director Peggy Tennyson.
At this point, we're not looking for more moisture here in Dove Creek until late in the day, 1 week from tomorrow. Little change from day to day through the short-term period as indications call for high pressure building in with plenty of sun to be had today, and mild conditions will prevail for several days. We take a look at our 5-day forecast image. For Thursday through Monday, highs will be in the upper 40s with Friday accepted as we're hoping for 51 degrees. Lows between 17 and 21 degrees with partly sunny and mostly sunny conditions, as good as can be expected for this time of year. Now for a quick look at our regional satellite image. The next Pacific shortwave stays north of Colorado as it crosses the northern Rockies Monday afternoon. So our outlook until a week from tomorrow is typical southwest Colorado high desert stuff. Now for a careful look at our national weather map image. High pressure will keep conditions generally mild, dry over the next few days and over much of the central and southern U.S. Weather systems punching into the Pacific Northwest weaken considerably as they reach the Rockies. This weakening may prove fortunate as multi-day snow accumulations, particularly for the Cascades, could potentially reach around 1 to 2 feet. Amounts of 2 to 6 inches will be common for lower elevations across the region. Local heavy precipitation will likely occur along the coastal ranges in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California. Numerous winter storm advisories, ice storm warnings, and high wind watches are in effect for northern California to north central Washington. Snow will spread into the northern Rockies by Thursday and into a portion of the central Rockies and Great Basin by early Friday. Mountain areas will warm quicker this week when the flow becomes southwesterly on Friday. The passing shortwave on Saturday through should stir the mix and mix the strong inversions. A slow warming trend prevails leading into Saturday, and then afternoon temps should hold steady beyond Saturday. Precipitation will taper off from the west to the east today across the upper Midwest as the system weakens and drifts east through the upper Great Lakes region. Southwest winds will transport warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico through the southeast and mid-Atlantic states and into the northeast ahead of the advancing cold front. Widespread rain is forecast for a vast portion of the east today and into Thursday. Periods of locally heavy rain will be possible, particularly near and ahead of the surface low that is forecast to develop along the front track northeast from near the southern Appalachian Mountains early this morning to the New England coast by early Thursday. Flash flooding may be possible for southern and central portions of the Appalachians. The rain is expected to transition to snow in the wake of the cold frontal passage, and locally heavy accumulations may occur for portions of northern New England.
The Journal states that the 2014-15 season was a sweet one for the Montezuma-Cortez wrestling program, not only because Seeger Oliver won his second straight state championship, but also because of the experience other team members got from attending the state championships at the Pepsi Center in Denver. Head coach Shad Bellmeyer hopes that the experience motivates returning wrestlers to qualify for state this season. While Oliver and other state qualifiers, Justice Ramos and Andrew Finch, graduated, the Panthers returned one state qualifier from last year in junior Josh Ramos. Other key returners include seniors Colton Reynolds and Victor Perez, and Bellmeyer hopes some of the younger wrestlers can step up.
Well, the holidays are upon us, offering lots of great seasonal activities around the region. So here are some of the upcoming events. This Saturday, December 5th, on Main Street in Cortez, Colorado, the 26th Anniversary Parade of Lights will begin at 6 p.m. The Cortez Cultural Center will be the center of attention with its Festival on the Plaza, offering live music, kids' craft, a tree auction, and the official tree lighting ceremony. Then on December 19th, there will be more celebration. Reserve your spot for the evening hay rides, a tour of Cortez's Christmas lights on an open-air wagon pulled by a tractor. Finish the evening with cookies and hot chocolate and a visit from Santa. Kelsey, what else is going on?
Well, Kendra, there's a Southwest agricultural seminar being held at the Montezuma-Cortez Annex Building in Cortez on December 4th and 5th. It is presented to explore innovations and efficiencies in the agricultural area, featuring various expert presenters and regional producers. You'll need to RSVP or find out more information online at highdesertconservation.org. Donations of $15 includes admission both days and lunch on Saturday.
With more holiday cheer, Monday, December 7th from 5 to 7 p.m., Rock the Holidays will be presented by Reaching Out to Community and Kids program. Everyone is invited to come out and see Santa for a picture and gift. Bring your letters so Santa can respond. There will be Christmas carols by Kelly Turner and plenty of hot cocoa, and again featuring an annual marshmallow roast. This event is sponsored by the DC Rat Rod Nationalists and FM 98.7 KRTZ. The Rock location is 128 Highway 491 in Dove Creek, Colorado. And one more event mentioned from the San Juan Record. In Blanding, Utah, the annual Blanding Christmas Fair will be held Friday, December 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 2 at the Blanding Wellness Center. Called the Tree for All, the Blanding Christmas Fair has been a traditional event spanning more than 30 years. A few of the events include a visit from Santa, Santa's workshop, dancers, singers, gymnasts, performances by the San Juan High School Band and Choir, a silent auction, and a sold-out bank of 48 vendor booths. Proceeds for the fair will go to the Blanding Food Bank. In addition, boxes will be available for canned food donations for the food bank as well as toys for distribution.
Again, thanks for tuning in. Now you can re-watch the broadcasts on YouTube at the DCTV News at Noon channel. For Kendra Cook, Jerry Tope, and all those working to bring you DCTV and the News at Noon program from Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. See you next time.